Coach Phipps, Cougars are going to the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Championships this weekend in Seattle. What are your goals for the team, and not just individually? What are your goals for the men's and women's Cougar teams?
Well, first of all, competing hard, competing to the best of our ability. We've had a great indoor season, and it's a kind of a great icing on the cake sort of meet in terms of getting in a scored competition. It's a good preparation for when we head outdoors to the Pac-12 championships. And then we have a few people that we feel are either on the bubble or in that top 16 right now, and looking to improve upon marks to maybe get a few more people to the NCAA finals.
So do you take individuals and develop goals specifically for each individual for what you'd like? It's not just, hey, make sure you're in front of the guy in the blue and yellow jersey in the 800, but this is our goal for your time, or this is our goal for your place.
It really is. There's, with the multiple goals and purposes of this meet, become kind of multiple different types of strategies for different people. For some, it's just absolute getting a mark. It wouldn't matter if they were fifth or seventh, but with the mark, they can get them to NCAAs. And there's others that we're looking more towards, being more of a strategizing in terms of placing, and obviously in the field events and the short sprints, it's just that all out effort. But yeah, there's kind of multiple goals for different people. We still have, when we have all those individual goals kind of meshed together to create some team goals, we go in ranked in the West, 5th and 7th, respectively, in the women's and men's side. And so we'd like to improve upon those rankings. But I think most importantly is, if looking at the process, competing well and accomplishing all our kind of minute, detailed goals along the way.
For your long distance racers, this is a short indoor season, but it's kind of like cross country in that it's only 7 weeks long or so. And I know that we've had some success at this meet in the distance races at the Dempsey. Do you foresee any of that coming?
Yeah, I really do. That's pretty much, for a lot of them, the only place they've competed all year. So we're very familiar with the facility, and we've progressed very well. I can go across the board, and everybody has had lifetime bests. And I think it's, again, one more opportunity in amazing competition. The distance races at this meet will rival everything except maybe the NCAA meet in terms of level of competition. So it's a great opportunity to face that sort of competition, to help get some amazing times, and to help move forward to the outdoor season as well.
So I'm going to ask you a hard question here. So we have people that are in the Mountain Pacific that are in what I would consider, quote unquote, sunny areas, non-true winter areas. They don't really train ever indoors. They come up and they compete at this Mountain Pacific Indoor Championships. Are they an advantage because they have trained out of doors?
Yeah, I guess there's a couple of ways of looking at it. I feel like we have pretty much the perfect combination, in that we have an indoor facility that allows us to prepare indoors if we get a bad day. But I look at this week, and the distance runners, we're able to train outside all the time, so we can kind of get the best of both worlds. And when I need to bring some of the distance runners inside to get used to different air quality and the tighter turns like we'd face in the Dempsey, then we're able to do that. So for us, I feel like we've kind of got the best of both worlds. Would I like it to have been 70 degrees this morning when we ran instead of 40? Probably. But I think the system that we have in place is a great one for distance runners.
What about for the field events? The difference between practicing outdoors and then coming indoors to compete?
Well, I think it's important to have a practice environment that's very similar to the competition environment. So one of the reasons why we like to get over to that facility quite often, to get used to the runways. But the indoor facilities are a little bit different. So when we can practice inside, I do feel like we get a little bit of an advantage.
All right, I'll put you on the spot. Can you pick one or two men or women that you think are just right on the cusp of having really tremendous performances that we might look for this weekend?
Well, I think our multi-event athletes. I never like to focus on an individual person, individual event area, but it's hard, not to ignore our multi-event people, because I feel like, we could have 3 multi-event athletes going to NCAs. They're in the top, all 3 are in the top 20, Liz, Alyssa, and Dino. So I think those would be 3 that, to look for. And, the girls will complete their entire pentathlon all in one day and then come back and do a couple of individual events on Saturday. And then Dino's event will cover both Friday and Saturday.
Well, we're excited to see what the Cougars are going to do this weekend. So Friday is a pretty long day.
Mm-hmm.
Starts at 12:30, I think, and the last event starts at 7:30 at night. And then the next day starts at 9:30, and the last event's at 2:30.
Correct, yeah.
So good luck to the Cougars at the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Championships, Dempsey Indoor Facility, Friday and Saturday.
Thank you so much, and go Cougs!